Imagine a weapon so powerful that it strikes with the force of a nuclear bomb. A weapon that falls from space at hypersonic speeds, obliterating its target before anyone even knows what hit him. Sounds like a concept straight out of science fiction. But how would you feel if I told you? It is real.
The idea of kinetic bombardment, using objects dropped from orbit to destroy targets, dates back to the Cold War. During the 1950s and 60s, the U.S. military sought ways to strike deep within enemy territory without violating nuclear treaties. Traditional ballistic missiles and nuclear weapons had devastating consequences, but a weapon that relied solely on kinetic energy could provide immense destructive power while avoiding nuclear fallout. One of the earliest formal proposals came from aerospace engineer Jerry Pournelle, who described a concept known as Project Thor. The idea was to place large tungsten rods in orbit, ready to be dropped onto targets on Earth. The rationale was simple. Massive projectiles falling at extreme speeds could create destruction on a scale comparable to nuclear weapons, but without the geopolitical and environmental fallout associated with nuclear strikes. This made the Rod of God an attractive concept for military strategists looking for ways to dominate global warfare without escalating to nuclear confrontation. The concept behind the Rod of God is simple yet terrifying. These rods, when dropped from space, would accelerate to speeds of over 36,000 feet per second, roughly Mach 10. On impact, they would release energy equivalent to a small nuclear bomb, capable of penetrating deep underground bunkers, hardened military installations, and even naval vessels. The U.S. Air Force explored this idea seriously under the Hypervelocity Rod Bundle program, proposing satellites that could deploy these tungsten rods on command. Since they relied solely on kinetic energy, they would be nearly impossible to defend against. No explosive warhead, no radiation, just pure destruction from the force of gravity. Despite its potential, the Rod of God was never fully developed. The biggest hurdles were cost and logistics. Launching massive tungsten rods into space requires expensive heavy-lift rockets, and maintaining orbital stations with precision targeting technology posed serious challenges. For example, each tungsten rod would weigh several thousand pounds, requiring powerful rockets to place them into orbit. The cost of launching such a system into space would be astronomical, far exceeding that of traditional missile arsenals. Additionally, the Outer Space Treaty of 1967 prohibits placing weapons of mass destruction in space. And while kinetic bombardment isn't explicitly banned, it raises legal and diplomatic concerns. However, elements of this technology have been explored in modern precision-guided weaponry, such as hypersonic glide vehicles and kinetic energy projectiles fired from railguns. The Pentagon has invested heavily in research on a concept that seeks to hit any target on Earth within an hour using non-nuclear means. Though no nation has officially deployed space-based kinetic weapons, the concept remains a subject of interest for future warfare. With advancements in space technology, the rods from God concept could see a revival. As military space operations expand, a kinetic bombardment system could offer strategic advantages, especially against hardened targets or deeply buried facilities. Countries like the US, China, and Russia are already investing heavily in hypersonic and space-based warfare technologies. If space-based weapons become a reality, kinetic bombardment could be a game-changer in modern warfare. There are also new developments in space logistics that could make the rods from God concept more viable. With the advent of reusable rockets like SpaceX's Falcon Heavy and Starship, the cost of launching heavy payloads into orbit is decreasing. This could make it more feasible to deploy and maintain a kinetic bombardment system. Moreover, modern advancements in AI and satellite navigation could enhance targeting precision, making space-based weapons more effective than ever before. That said, international treaties and geopolitical concerns still pose significant roadblocks. Deploying such weapons in space could spark a new arms race, leading to unforeseen global consequences. So, could the rods from God ever become a real battlefield weapon? While we're not there yet, the idea remains a powerful symbol of the future of warfare. With the rapid development of space military capabilities, we might be closer than we think. What do you think? Would a space-based kinetic weapon change the balance of power? Should nations invest in these futuristic weapons, or would it lead to another dangerous arms race? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe to Infographic Vision for more deep dives into military technology.